looks like the app can actually solve a problem that the machine will take long to solve considering it's too expensive.
Yeah. Both sides. It will take in the side. What we're looking at is vulnerability. Which comes first? Which one is heavier?
Have you got any contacts in Bodo, any other areas? Do you have any contacts there? Because I feel like to make it easier for you, it would be good to first get contacts in those areas, all the areas you want to reach. Find contacts and keep it.
Sorry, continue.
First of all, I want to thank the idea. Though, for us, we don't believe in someone stealing our idea because we own it. So even if someone took my idea, implementing it is a bit hard. So I'm not really worried about people taking the idea, or that's not the worry. Yeah.
You was talking about your journey.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for 5 years.
I've been doing this from 2015. 2015, I first worked for some company called MAP. They were doing only sweaters. So I was a junior. I did marketing. I moved to Mbarara for some time, Tungamo, Kisoro, Mubende, Hoima. So I did quite some huge marketing across upcountry. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So I did it for quite a while. It's the reason why we managed to pick all that network. Yeah. It's exactly what I do full time. Yes. No. We started SAMS, and it's what we do full time.
So you sell uniforms?
I sell uniforms. Yeah.
Who are the biggest suppliers for uniforms?
We have Unique, we have Quera, we have Fine Spinners, we have Nightil, but all those have weak points.
Have a what?
They have a weak point. So all those big companies, they have a very strict policy of payment and timely delivery. So schools place the order like now, and they can only pick their deliveries after 3 months. Okay?
So there's a waiting list of 3 months.
Yeah. So for us, we said no. You can't wait for 3 months. We are giving you products ASAP. So with Nightil, you have to place an order today and pay full to zero balance. Then wait 3 months for delivery. So with us, we say 2 weeks, we're delivering. Yeah. So what we need is to boost more capacity.
Isn't the difference between delivery and the lag time, isn't it because of the quantities that these guys get, the number of orders that they get?
Exactly.
You say you need
Those companies have two challenges. Apart from the orders being so many, material is a problem. That's why we're looking at how we can venture in production of raw material here. Because companies find a huge challenge. January, Feb, material is out of stock across the country. So how can we start producing the material here so that we solve that problem?
Can you give an example of raw material? Are we talking all the way down to the woven cotton or the raw material as in the woven yarn? Like which stage in rawness are we talking?
There are two types of material. When it comes to uniforms, weaving, we need to weave. So how can we produce the weaving from cotton to produce the fine fabric dyed in the different patterns? Okay. Then the yarn, we cannot manufacture yarn. We can import a yarn which is colorless, white. Then we get chemists that can dip it and dye it into different colors. Yes. So if we do that here, we would have solved a very big problem across the country. Yes. At this stage, we are only doing sewing. Yeah, we're sewing and knitting.
how far have you gone with the app?
Nothing yet. It's just an idea in the head.
So in a nutshell, just summarize how you would spend 5 million shares tomorrow.
5 million. Yeah, 5 million right now. We would look at putting up more industrial machines. So that because we're having orders right now.
When you say putting up more, is it you're going to buy another machine?
Yeah, machine.
All the 5 million will be on
Machinery.
one machine. So 5
No,
million
no,
on
no,
one machine.
not one machine.
One machine will cost 5 million.
That is a knitting machine. But they are what we call the industrial sewing machines. Those are about 600,000. So you can get quite a number in the 5 million. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Any more questions? Thank you very much for your time.
Yep.
We really appreciate it. If you don't mind hanging around for a little while,
Right.
we'll go to the others, and then we'll let you know what we can.
Yep. First of all, I want to thank you for the accents. I love your accents. Thank you so much. Huh?
Thank you very much. The other side. Let me go and get the next person.
Explain this one to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, whoever is going to speak, I request to use this. Yes. For the online.
time when you have to share COVID.
You can keep passing.
I'll give it to you first.
You can start. It's fine.
So on to the next slide.
Presentation. But before I start my presentation, I also have a question for which I can all of you here. Do you believe that herbal medicine works? I don't know, has anyone used herbal medicine in their lifetime? I do. Do you believe it works? Yes. Yeah, so basically I'm just here to present to you the herbal solution. For so long, herbal medicine has been operating outside the main healthcare system. And as you can see, if you have been following the news in Uganda, we have one of our professors who was a student who has come out with a very good innovation, came up with a drug for. He came up with a drug that has been used widely by very many people in managing COVID vaccines. So it's one of the things that I'm also coming to teach up here. We started up a company called African Make, and for us, our idea is that we want to create impact. We want to go back and put this medicine on the world stage, because for so long we've been told that actually they don't function. When I went to pharmacy school, I realized that before even the white skin, we have our own medicine. Before even the white skin, we are living, we are being treated. So that's what I come to say to you. For our company, so far we have 5 formulas that are already in the pipeline. And right now we are working on a prototype. The prototype that we're working on is a mosquito repellent. So the reason I'm here is just going to ask for some bit of push up. Now most times when we are developing drugs, we have mainly the first process is one which is a little bit complicated. So the first one is research and development. And during research and development, of course, we do market research, find out whether actually the product we're going to produce is viable. In case maybe we produce it, we need to get the market that we need. After market research, of course, we have maybe like after them diagnosing the needs, then we go to the lab. And here, like in the lab, we can do the lab test, we dig up the scientific data, then also we do the testing. Then from there, we go to the National Drug Authority. So basically, for our company, we want to fill in the gap of collecting data, because we realize that for most of our medicine we have carried out because we need data. So in this company, we want to focus on herbal medicine. Actually, when the data driven, when we have data, we collect data, and then the return goes to. So basically, that's what we have to do.
Any questions?
Sorry, can you use a should I use a mic?
Yeah, just wanted to find out about your educational background in regards to science or your educational.
All right. For starters, I have a bachelor's in pharmacy from Uganda. Then my master's, it's a UK master's from the University of South Wales. I've worked with Professor Obwang, the professor who made Providence ever since I was a student. So my background is in research and then also marketing and stuff. I've done something for marketing. My previous position is as an entrepreneur. I was a business process manager. So right now I'm having a team of young scientists who actually have a very good formula and they become good marketing.
Thank you.
Yeah, how would you spend the 5 million if you were to get it?
Now, for example, how do you spend the 5 million? Because I told you that the first process, we look at like doing lab tests. Because, for example, for us, like when we make those products, we have to bring them to Kampala for testing. We make them for Mara. Mara University has a laboratory where we incubate all our products. So then from there, we bring them to National Drug Authority for testing. Then from there, the 5 million that I will also use it. So the 5 million, in case I get it, I'm going to, because we're very close to doing the prototype, like the mosquito repellent, I'm going to use some of it, facilitate me in doing the lab test. Then also I'll use some other part of it to develop the label. Then also, and then also some other, some other part of it to develop the secondary, the primary packaging material, because we want the label to actually compete with the Western label. So the 5 million just can also make at that stage. Then access, because we don't have a multiple company, so to say. Yeah, we're very important in conversation with some of the companies that are willing to subcontractor when it comes to manufacturing of project. And as of now, you can get the 5 million just focus on the lab testing, and then also developing the primary packaging material to the label. Then also maybe bringing in maybe some more things to do with the research, maybe also access in scientific papers, because sometimes you have to pay for websites.
How much money have you spent so far?
So far, we spent like 3 million shillings so far to get to the prototype for the mosquito repellent.
What did you spend that money on?
The first thing we spent on we got rosemary. I don't know, I've been using like essential oil. I've been using rosemary. I've been using lavender. Then also we use lemongrass oil. And then also we bought some then also we paid. Because the prototype has not yet been registered, so to say.
Drugs you have coming in the pipeline. So there's several other things you're also doing. It's not just the mosquito repellent.
Exactly.
Okay. But all your products are natural products that you source from Uganda or source from...
No. Actually, if you look at the raw material that I put, these
Yeah.
are raw materials that we have in our environment.
Okay.
Maiden spilosa is Sere. I don't know if you guys know Sere.
Okay.
Yeah. We have graviola is penance. No, not the chigaji, but it's penance. It's
Soursop.
Ishtafal.
Yeah.
Ishtafal. Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are all locally grown things. And actually, when we set up this company, you know that because most times here in Uganda we do farming in cash crops and all that.
Mm.
But then with this company, we even go to start kind of start growing. Now like lemongrass. Lemongrass is in Uganda. It's called subi. So these are all local grown.
And as far as those raw materials that you want to use, is there evidence showing good results? So do you have evidence to back up?
You can even Google. You can even Google.
Okay. Okay.
Because one of the things we do is that before actually we come up with any product, first of all we start with market research. Look at the disease pattern. Then there we're like, okay, we look at the disease, then we go to the product. Yeah? When we look at the product, we first look for the scientific data. Is there any scientific data?
Okay.
Don't back up. Because, like I said, herbal medicine has been outside the modern healthcare system because it's not successful.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you from because I've been Western trained, I know the normal drugs, the conventional medicine.
Yeah.
And then also I know the herbal medicine because when I was growing up, I was never given conventional medicine. I only came to Kampala and I got a headache. I was given paracetamol.
Yeah.
But then even when you go to the statistics, actually over 70% of Ugandans still use herbal medicine.
Yeah.
And actually also, you also realize here in Africa, most times, actually for most of the time, catastrophes are not even Africa like the Western one. Because there's an invisible arm to that. Because most people actually use herbal medicine. So it's just that when maybe the other world came this side, they made us do that actually. We can't do anything ourselves.
Yeah.
And for us as young scientists, we're disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
Because we know that most of the people who live in villages, they never take the augmenting that you take, they never take the blending that you take, and they get actually sick. So actually we're basically using their system to actually uplift our medicine. And I can assure you that if I get this money, it's going to be just a snap and it's pretty a viable solution. Because medicines are household, we need medicines to survive. And globally, actually, if you look at my slide, globally, the global community actually is shifting to herbal medicine wherever you go, even if you go to any country. Because with Western medicines, we're realizing that we have a lot of side effects with these drugs. We've used them long term. So in most countries, actually, we are shifting to herbal medicine. But too sad that here in Africa, we are still lagging behind. Countries like China, India, and I think even now the US is investing in herbal medicine, and we are not. And yet these drugs started from here. So for us as young scientists that have been trained by Western people, we basically want to use their knowledge, bring this medicine at the same stage. Yeah, and realize that also investment in herbal medicine is something which has been very slow for a long time. So in Uganda, we already have at least examples. We have examples of people that have really done very good medicine. Yeah, and at least for me, I can tell you that for all this time when people were grappling with COVID-19, I can assure you that I've not taken azithromycin, I've not taken zinc, and I'm here. I don't have a cough, I don't have a flu, and I'm here.
You said your professor produced the Covidex, or Professor Yohana?
Exactly, yes. He's produced it, and I'm sure maybe before you leave Uganda, you should try it out.
It's been proven. A lot of people have been
Exactly. So we want to go there because you see there are very many young scientists out there at the universities that are coming up with innovations, but they never access the market. They never access the market because there are some gaps in the chain. There are some gaps in the chain. And for us, we want to start from the grassroots. We want to have data. We want to say that when we come up here and we have a very good product, no one can fight us because we have all that it takes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Really helpful. I was going to do something. We're going to have a more I think that I'd like to see this guy again. Whoever is recognized as threatening to her with the end, 55 votes.
I still have questions as well, so
Okay, what's next round? Just
All right.
hold on.
Thank you very much.
So time-wise, we'll just do 5 minutes. Think of who you want to see next. Just have a quick vote, and then if you think serious work, we'll spend some more time with them, and then talk about the nitty-gritties. Just put the mic there. Thank you so much. And in that way, we can get through everybody and then see who's worth spending more time with and who's not wasting more time. So, a couple of minutes, just 5 minutes. Everybody gets 5 minutes. Are you bringing somebody else? Yeah, I'm bringing somebody else now. Let me just do wave. both of them. Okay. You don't have to wear a mask. You're outside. You have five. Just a moment. Both of them. This one you can either hold and I give her mine. Can you give her mine? You give her the mic. You give the mic.
When you're talking, do not turn your back to them. Yeah? So keep yourself.
Okay. So what's your name?
Gloria Dorothy Namakula.
Say that again, sorry.
Gloria Dorothy Namakula.
You have 5 minutes.
Okay.
And you can start.
Okay. My idea is basically about promoting crafts work amongst the small scale ventures in Uganda. The background at which this is developed from is because Uganda as a country has very many renewable and non-renewable resources from which we can extract raw materials that we can use for the crafts work. Further still, I looked at mainstream items that we daily use as Ugandans and people that are outside Uganda that could come in Uganda or are overseas. Things that they mainly use like cups, umbrellas, pens, like enhancing them, like adding something that is of value such that they compete favorably in the market. Yeah, the problem I'm justifying that as Uganda, we have so much craft work that has been done, but there's no value that is added. So this has created a limited market for people that have produce or have items, and in the end, the fact that the market is limited, they do not have much incomes as expected with what they've put in, which creates unemployment. So the problem that this initiative will solve will be creation of jobs and produce items that can favorably compete within Uganda and impact the community and outside Uganda. The methodology that I'm going to use, create a website and also develop an app that can be used to market produce that has been made. Yes, with us, mainly the target group are people that are centered in rural areas, urban areas, that have small incomes and have ideas, then also the less privileged people like the widows, the single-handed mothers, and even children that have dropped out of school due to purposes that the parents cannot afford something for them to continue with education. Yes, so the other way this will be successful is through creating training centers. When you have training centers pitched at different places, people can be trained and empowered such that they have skills that they can pass on to generations and generations to have this growing and have continuity. Further still, establish outlets where output that has been done can easily be sold and put together and even managed for business visibility. And then resources that will be required, software that will help us develop this app. This app will manage, will be used for financial management, for personnel management, for marketing, and also for visibility on inventory that has been sold and what is retained. Yeah. Then also The resources will require the training centers themselves, because the training centers are places where we'll have people being coached and groups of people that will be doing the works. Then how this is going to be sustainable, because we're looking at an initiative that is going to impact communities that are around, create jobs, and also help us have exports that can easily be used. I've talked of items like scarves, items like it could be a bag that is beautified with a craft accessory. It could be either the cutlery that we use, like enhancing it such that it is packaged in a way that it can compete favorably. Yes, so one way I talked about the renewable resources and the non-renewable we have. So we can, for those that, yes please.
We're down on time. Thank you. Cool. We're just going to ask you some questions.
What you was going to say is in the slides, yeah?
Pardon me?
Whatever you was going to say is in the slides, right?
Yes, please.
So what exactly is the product that you make?
What exactly are the products?
What's the product?
What's the product?
Yeah.
Product is okay, a combination of mainstream items that we normally use. For example,
What's your best
What's
selling?
one of the items that you make? That's what he's asking. What's
Bags.
one of the items that
bags.
you make?
Bags.
Bags.
Yes, please.
And is it the most selling one?
It depends. It's seasonally. It depends. It varies.
How many bags did you make last year?
Last year. How many bags? Within which duration? Like the over.
Then, what would you do with the money if you got the money?
Okay. First and foremost, ensure that there is availability of the raw material, because it's the starter that is used for the wax. Then also train, because I believe if I have the raw materials and I have people that have trained, it can, like, escalation of output can be realized.
So the raw materials, let me stick to the bags.
Okay.
Because you said that's the material the product that you have. What raw materials do you use for your bags?
Cloth, kitenji cloth.
You look kitenge.
Yes. Then shoes, leather.
You use leather.
Yes, please.
Is the leather locally sourced? Because I know kitenge is mainly imported. Is the leather locally sourced?
The
The
yes,
leather
please.
for the shoe.
Yes, please. Yes,
And
please.
who do you sell these products to?
Right now, it's one-on-one referral. Like, if like I post, if anyone sees and they are they like the product, yes, I'm contacted and able to be sold off. But the main the target currently are referral customers, like the clientele that is just being developed within the community around.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm interested mainly in your network, so how you're working. So you said if you were to get the money, you would train people and things like that. So do you have people that work for you? What is the structure that you're working under right now?
Okay, currently there are people, but few, like it's not grown business. It's still at a small scale.
So you're working amongst a cluster of other businesses and you're trying to group those businesses together?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. And how long have you been doing that for?
Since 2 years.
Do you have the practical skill of making yourself, or it's just that you're coordinating that?
I
You can actually physically make this.
coordinate with the people that I work with, not me myself, but coordinate. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Work under you, or
Yes,
they
please.
follow you.
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. So, sorry, my last question is: what would stop somebody like us funding them rather than you? Why should we give the money to you?
Because it okay. No, it would easily, I don't know, like coordination, like grouped coordination through, I don't know how to explain that, but
Do you press it? The people that you're coordinating with. No ideas on what you're putting out so that nobody else can do the same thing?
patent rights.
Yeah.
Apparently, not yet, but if given chance, it will be streamlined such that we define ourselves as, and we differentiate our products from the usual crafts products that are existing in the market.
Clear to me that Dan doesn't understand fashion as much. So your role is to, if you producing this gin, you get someone that produces, let's say one leg or one side of it, then the other person produces another side, and you bring them together. Is that what you do?
Like improve it, brand it such that there's, favorably. Okay, the fact that we're looking at exporting and having something that is widely and
so I can bring you this white shirt and you make it better. Basically,
yes,
that's what you do.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. So I think that's clearer to me. And then, so for the bags that you do, how much then does it cost you to do just one bag?
35,000.
Okay. And you would sell that bag for?
It varies. There are those baby bags. There are.
No, if it, I would think a baby bag doesn't cost the same as the big bag. So the 35k bag, how much would you sell that one for?
That is 40.
40k. So you're making 5k off of that. That's it from me.
Any more? No? That's it. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. What do you guys think? No. What do you guys think?
I have another project
Okay. That helps.
The thing is, I think it would also be beneficial if, not necessarily, they might not take the money away, but if they can get any advice from anyone,
Any feedback.
I think that would be helpful.
feedback session.
Yeah, when we let them down, like I want to just
Gentle and
I want to let them down with a reason as to why we're not going to proceed.
Yeah.
But I felt like the guy would just like tell him to stick about.
So maybe the only little thing you might see is
Yeah.
the criteria on which we're judging.
Yeah.
So we're judging on the basis of handing over 5 million, what you're going to do with it, or are we judging on the basis of yes, you've got 5 million, but plus we're going to expose you to £100,000 by mentoring you for 3 months. So what maybe you need to clear that one up.
What do you mean?
Three main criteria. What does it impact your community? What are you going to do with the money?
That's
and then
the-
what's the third one?
Positive local impact.
Yeah, positive local impact.
That's the you actually get 5 million share.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't really been answered. Like, I don't know what actually
Or we may have to try and extract that.
Yeah, but what we do is, because we're at early stage, we don't have the resources to try and extract it and pull it out of them.
So someone has to just
Somebody has to be quite clear with what they want to do. Can you ask them to bring me next? Okay. No. Don't. So let me just tell her. Let me just wave to her. Sorry. Can we have the next? Oh, here he is.
Good evening, everyone. I'm James Mutabazi, and I'm here to pitch my business idea. The business idea that I came up with is to start up a travel agency, which is sustainable in nature, and its name will be Great Care Adventure Travel Limited. Before I begin my presentation, I thought of this idea even before COVID-19 sparked in Uganda. That was March 2020. This business idea, it's about to start up a sustainable travel company or a travel agency in Uganda, whereby this business will have to focus on the triple bottom line. The triple bottom line, here I mean people, planet, and profit. In Uganda, tourism is among the major sectors of the economy that have really improved from lower levels up to medium levels. We have not yet shoot it to high, but we are trying. Therefore, it is of this view that I thought of coming up with this travel agency business. My idea is to focus on the 3 P's that I've said: people, planet, and profit. One, if I mean people in tourism, I studied tourism. If I mean people, here people will have to come and travel to different destinations in Uganda. When they travel, they will have to associate with those people who live within the tourism areas, or let me say the destination areas. Giving an example, if someone travels to Maction Falls National Park, they will have to find people who stay there or who stay around within the park. They will have to associate with them. Now, this will create a cross-cultural learning, and the revenues that are being collected from this service will also help to improve the lives of those people who are living within the area. And this will motivate people. For example, we have poaching in Uganda. Poaching has been a threat to Uganda's ecosystems or protected areas which harbor wildlife. Now, when these people carry out poaching, for example, those who stay around the wildlife protected areas, these people will start killing animals, whereby they will lead to extinction. However, if a tourism business sustainable travel agency is being initiated, it will help to sensitize these people about the importance of sustainability, about the importance of conserving these animals, and the benefits which are being collected from the people who tour or who visit these places will be shared among these people who stay around the tourism areas. Then about planet. People travel these days in large numbers.
Yeah, it's come out of WhatsApp. That's it. I've downloaded it.
Forward it to him. Yeah, let's see.
Spotrise. Give them the computer.
Make our own balls. How can our local clubs use our own balls? And we need to make affordable balls for our local clubs and maybe for other African local clubs. Here I came and I came up with Spotrise to maybe you can have a feel of a locally made ball made in even under Uganda. Yes. Yeah. So in Uganda, and we don't only stop at manufacturing soccer balls, we go beyond to be innovative. In Uganda, over 1,500 metric tons of waste is generated, of which 25% is plastic. And the youth unemployment rate in Uganda stands at 13% as of the latest statistics. Now, what is the innovation around this soccer ball? We recycle plastic waste to make polyester cloth, which we internally line under this leather to make the ball responsive and durable for the African environment. So our goals are to conserve the environment, just like I said, to increase young people's access to sport, and to provide high quality and affordable soccer balls to Uganda and beyond. We want to create jobs for young people, especially those facing social and economic disadvantage. We want to use sport-raised balls in our soccer impact programs to reach and support vulnerable children, refugees, teenage mothers, and sensitize young people about HIV/AIDS. You all know what the power of sport can do. So we want to use the power of sport, especially using the sport-raised balls, to sensitize young people about HIV/AIDS. And then lastly, we want to use sport-raised balls to involve the girl child in sport. And this is, of course, to increase, to promote gender equality. What is our value proposition? What is unique about our product? Just like I said, they are hand-stitched and internally lined with layers of polyester recycled from plastic waste, making them durable and responsive to the African environment. They are high quality and affordable, environmentally friendly, and economically affordable. What is our business model? We sell our soccer balls to local clubs, lower and higher institutions, sports shops, politicians, organizations, and corporate companies. Now, like you see, those balls are customized with Arua Hill Sports Club. You see? Yeah. So before, for a club to customize or for a corporate company to customize a ball, it had to go to China or Pakistan. And then they bring the balls here, customized with their logos. It is no longer there right now. Now they bring their order. We make the balls in the kind of design they want with their logos. Back to each sport-raised ball costs 40,000. Now, an imported soccer ball, good quality, 100,000, 150,000. You can see the difference. And each sport-raised ball earns a profit of 5,000. I won't talk about so much about the profit, because if I talk about the profit, if we had produced 500,000 balls in 2 years with 5,000 profit per ball, that is going to give us 2 billion and 500 million. So let me talk about. I won't talk about the marketing strategy to go so much into the marketing strategy, but I'll talk about what you're going to use the money for. And what you're going to use the money for is not a big magic. We are going to use this money to improve our product to fit the FIFA standard certification, and make sure that our product, locally made in Uganda, is on the global market. How do you feel when you find out that a ball locally made in Uganda is played in Europe? Doesn't it feel awesome? I really believe it does. It really does. Yeah. So we are going to improve our product to meet the FIFA standard certification so that it competes on the global market. Secondly, we are going to use the prize money to increase the production and, of course, to scale across the country and within the East African region. Milestones: 1,000 youths will be employed in 18 months. That's about 55 every month in 18 months. Over 500 young people will be involved actively in sport. There will be a rise in the number of sports clubs. Less soccer balls will be imported. That means you're going to increase import substitution. We should really not be importing 99% of soccer balls. We really need to be making our own balls here. Otherwise, yeah, and that is all. So, like I said, my name is Douglas. I'm the founder, and Jay she leads the marketing team. Thank you.
What are sales like right now?
Oh, yes. Right now, this year, we have sold 600 soccer balls. In the top tier club, in the top tier league, we have sold 233 balls. And then the other balls have been sold in the lower leagues and local clubs. It cost me 35,000. So there is a profit of 5,000. All right. The profits at the moment, half of the profits goes in our soccer impact programs. Like I said, we have created Spotrise impact programs where we sensitize young people about HIV/AIDS. We take the Spotrise balls in the refugees. We involve them into sport. You know how much sport has an impact, a positive impact, especially on such young people. Sorry? How are we using our budget in marketing? We use one, radio stations. Secondly is that we partner with local clubs. For example, we made a memorandum of understanding with 5 local clubs in the Western Uganda. So they wear our Spotrise kits and they use our Spotrise balls. So in that way, we market Spotrise.
Soccer, what's the impact thing that you're doing? Your social enterprise?
Yes.
Social impact, yeah?
Yes.
So there's something you're doing once you've made money. So basically last year you manufactured 600 balls, right? And if the profit was like 5,000 shillings, so that's around about 3 million shillings.
Yeah.
How much of that money are you dedicating to your impact program?
That is 1.5.
1.5?
Yeah.
Can you give me a breakdown on what you're actually doing with the 1.5?
All right. Yeah. So 1.5, I get we get 1 million. We invest in making more Spotrise balls. We take them in the refugee camps, as well as in our Spotrise impact programs like Spotrise Cup. We have a Spotrise Cup that we usually put up in different areas, and specifically it is to sensitize young people about HIV/AIDS, drug abuse. Yeah, and then the 500,000 goes into recycling plastic from the environment.
So just a final question. Say you got 5 million shillings today. Just break down again for me, for my memory.
Okay. If we got 5 million right now, like I said, we want to invest more in product improvement. How? This ball you see is more about geometry and physics. We need to hire, we put more money in research, the money in research, that is 1. 2, get us an engineer to help us in improving our product.
Do you have any figures, any precise figures for those activities that you're mentioning? Because obviously every single activity will cost you money.
Oh yes. So
we're trying to see if we're getting value
the research
for your money.
is 2 million.
Okay.
And an engineer will be 1.5.
Yeah.
And the other 1.5 will go in increasing production.
Okay.
That is 5 million. Yes, my brother.
I think I'll start off with a comment, then a question.
Yes, please, yes.
It's soccer and I love football, for anyone that knows. But one is, you said one of your programs that you do is to improve, what do you do to the women's side? Is it improve gender equality?
Yeah, gender equality.
One of the first things that you would have done is dedicate half of the presentation to her, rather than just holding the laptop, to take that forward. So you definitely, these things are visible when you're presenting to other people, so it's a comment to take away.
Especially when I asked you about marketing.
My sincere apologies.
So, marketing, she would have answered the question regarding marketing.
It was actually to her.
My sincere apologies.
He answered it.
So, the other thing is, you said, what's the difference? Has this ball been used in the league in Uganda?
Yeah.
In the big league in Uganda?
No, right now they are being used in trainings. Just like you say, Arua Hill ordered 200 soccer balls, and they are being used in their trainings as well as the CSR.
Apart from price, yeah, what's the difference between your ball and the ball produced by Nike or Adidas?
All right. Now, Nike has, what I can say is Nike has better engineers and researchers. That means that their ball is a bit better than ours, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we can't compete with them, because we are looking at it's not a 2-day journey or a 1-year journey. It's a journey that we are looking at becoming Africa's leading sports brand.
So basically, you want your ball to get to where the Nike or Adidas ball is.
Exactly, exactly.
Hello, if we were to make comments, first of all, I think it would have been ideal to bring one ball that's a bit pumped up so that we can see how it feels, you know. But that's for your future presentations if you're going to do any. But if you're looking to be the biggest brand in Africa, let's say, for example, you wanted to move your product and introduce it to Kenya, what would be your first movement in case you wanted to take it abroad?
I beg your pardon.
What would be the first step? Let's say you want to sell your product to Kenya. You said you wanted to be the best, the leading in Africa.
Yes,
so
yes.
how would you impact Kenya, or how would you move your product to Kenya to sell to football clubs in Kenya?
All right.
What would you do?
I think the first thing that we can do is to partner with the local clubs in Kenya, because we have seen that partnerships really make a huge impact, especially in the marketing side. So
have you done it yet?
Sorry?
Have you done it yet? Have you done it? Because you said it's part of your goal. Have you done it yet? Have you spoken to any clubs in?
Exactly. We have, and the only company that is in Africa is in Nairobi. So we're competing with it. It's called Alive and Kicking.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're looking at becoming a better company than them.
How are you going to be better?
One, it is in the marketing. Secondly, it is in the product that we are making. We have to make sure that our product is much more better than theirs. That's why we're driven by innovation and creativity to become the leading sports brand in Africa.
Okay. I'll buy one football just so I can go and see if it's...
Oh, thank you so much. We should be very glad. Oh, thank you so much. We'll be very glad. Oh, thank you so much. I'll be very glad.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Listen to the next person.
Thank you.
Thank you. Leave the microphone here. These are bad things. Now we're going to forget it. We're going to forget to put it on.
He's a live link and already taken.
Yeah, but we would like to basically get it. Remember, keep facing this way. Only turn your body, your head. Don't turn your body, okay? Don't do this. Just keep yourself relaxed. Turn your body if you need to, because the camera wants to pick you.
Okay. This is a mic?
Yeah. And there's
Great.
another one on the table that you're going to pick up.
Okay. C Business School. Yes. So I am Luma Hakim from mkozi.com, and I'm here to tell you about the future. Have you ever felt the pain of having to get away from work, traffic, a long day, the boss has been pushing assignments to you, and then you have to return to your home, to a messy bedroom, the dog's not being taken care of, the house help didn't show up that day, and you're like, man, what can I do? And mcozy.com is here to help you with that. We are a freelance a freelance online platform that links freelance labor to local demand in domestic tasks such as gardening, painting, fixtures, wood shining, laundry. We do carpet cleaning and all sorts of domestic tasks. But why mcozy? We made a study and realized that every year 1 million Ugandan youths are brought onto the labor market. And that grows at a rate of 3.9% every year. And so judging from that, by 2030, there will be almost 13 million youths disposed to the labor market. But that being said, Uganda is a youth nation. 78% of us are the youth. But out of those 78%, 90% are employed in informal employment, and only 10% make it to the blue-collar jobs. And so mcozy has brought up a way to give the 90% a chance to do the skills that they have been equipped with and make money in their free time. How do we do this? Currently, we're accessed on a website called mcozy.com. You simply go there, choose a task that you want to get done with for you. We have a template of the tasks that are most frequently ordered, and also we have the other option where you can specify the task. For example, we've done tasks such as like shopping tasks where we had to buy mannequins for people from downtown. Some people just don't have the time to do that, and we do it for a commission. So the beauty about mcozy is that we have made 3.7 million shillings in sales currently, and made 500,000 shillings in revenue in a year of operation. 500,000 shillings in commission. So how we operate mainly is that we put the taskers first. 75% of our revenues is remitted to the freelance laborers, and that's the power of mcozy. In our short time of operation, we have been able to create 30 women jobs. We have a $2 cost of acquisition because mainly we've been working on social media, so that's social media ads. 20% retention rate, which I believe is when a client uses us, it's a 20% chance that they'll come back because of the different array of tasks that we can cover. And another key selling point of mcozy is that our team is built up of technical, savvy, let's say, youth. We are producing a product for the youth, by the youth, for the people. Because we are, I'm 21 years old. My partner is also 21, and my other partner is 23. In our team, we have a software developer. I'm a graphics designer, so I do all the design work. I design from the logo. We design the website in-house. So we keep it very asset light, and most of the costs are covered inside. So when we get the 5 million shillings, we will be basically investing into initial marketing. The initial marketing phase, we can do professional advertising, share on Reels, share on TikTok, try to leverage technology to give us an edge over the traditional companies. We also intend to work on transport, because the main issue we are facing is we can get the jobs done, but the transportation has been a problem. So we intend on getting an electric boda, mainly because we also believe in the green agenda. We want to have an electric one, because that way we'll be able to cut
your time is up.
Costs. Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to do some Q&A now.
Okay.
I've ordered for dog washing on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.
I have 2 dogs here. So.
Thank you very much.
Are you serious? You ordered dog
I've just done it.
He was doing it here.
Yeah, I've just ordered for dog washing.
Yeah, thank you.
So how many of you are there that run mcozy?
Currently, we are 3
okay
shareholders.
How big is your team?
Our team, outside of the freelancers, we are 5.
Okay. Have you received any outside funding?
Yes, we have. This idea was, we won funding from the KSK Foundation.
How much did you win?
2 million shillings, which we used to finish a registration process, trading license, and all those bureaucracies. We've also appeared on the Stanbic Alumni Grow Challenge, but unfortunately we didn't win funding. That was the later part of last year, September.
How much do you need to get through the year?
Through the year?
Yeah.
We were looking for $10,000.
And what were you going to spend it on?
The $10,000, we would spend $2,000 on initial marketing, $2,000 into legal support, because since we're working with freelance laborers, we need insurance policies to protect us and them while in the workplaces of others. We also intended to use $2,000 to bolster the app development, because we're currently doing it in-house, but it's a bit strenuous, and again, we have to work on our user interface and like matchmaking technology as well, so we are more accurate. We'll use another 2,000 for that. That's 6K. And then the other 2,000 will be utilized in equipment. I believe equipment. And the other 2,000, equipment involving like, does he have a rake? Is he like dressed for that task? Sometimes we get roof cleaning jobs and chap is not well dressed. And we need another $2,000. I've forgotten that part, but we need another $2,000 as well.
How do you find your freelancers?
How do we find them?
Yeah, how do you find the freelancers?
So initially, we had been doing adverts on social media, and again at the university, we have an MCOSI registration process on the website, where if you are a university student and you feel like making extra income in your free time, like to boost your upkeep, you sign up. And then we also wanted to, actually the other $2,000 was for vetting, because since we have been working on a small scale, the cases of, and also using university students, the cases of this guy has a bad criminal record were very low. So that's how we get them. It's like peer-to-peer currently. They say I have a gardener at home or around the village, a painter. I contact him and we agree on a cut. And
so currently you're using university students?
Partly university students, and for the more professional tasks like painting, woodwork that require professionals, we also work with them.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, hello. Is your product or your project, is it only, how many districts are you serving? Is it just Kampala here? Or?
Yes, currently we are serving Kampala, mainly the CBD and within Kampala, and some parts of Wakiso in some tasks. We do some dog tasks as far as that.
Do you feel like there's a market for you outside Kampala, or is your project just only for Kampala?
Currently, it could be for mainly Kampala as a target market, but I believe that with Uganda's real estate, the way it's structured currently, many people will find it harder to have their own homes. So we would have to have like community living, like I think it's done abroad. And so then the potential will grow in the sense that having a house help full-time is an additional expense. You have to feed them, you have to house them, and you don't need them 75% of the time they're there. They're probably just watching TV, and then they do the dishes for like 5 minutes and then go back. So what we felt was we would want people to, we foresee a time where people would have less space to work with and won't need an extra 3 people in the house.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Have you thought of taking this to somewhere like Dubai?
Definitely, because when we were looking at Uganda, lots of labor is exported to Dubai actually, and that actually gave us the idea of realizing that Uganda actually has labor as a product. It's something we even export, and so Dubai would be something that we'd actually consider at a high level, because they need this kind of labor that does the domestic work.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions? No.
Yeah, just a quick one, yeah. At the moment, how do you deal with the issue of security?
Okay, security has been one of our challenges, but we haven't faced it at a high level. But how I've been dealing with it is that many of the people we sign up are peer-to-peer, so I meet most of the people on our network. I've met with them personally, and also we try to supervise the task at that level, because we can afford to in the early phases. We can actually have someone watch the task be done to ensure that there's no issues with
So how does that work with the cost? So if I have to get a cleaner and you have to come with a cleaner to supervise them, how does the cost work out?
Yeah, exactly. Very good question. So how that works out is the supervisor is one of the founders. So you look at it like it's a founder's responsibility to actually go on to ground and watch that task being done. We can afford to do that because of the scale at which we are operating currently. We can do about 10 tasks a week, yeah, and so it's easier to monitor at this small level. Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. And then, okay, thank you very much.
Send to the next person. Thank you guys, good presentation.
Thank you.
Carefully.
Sorry, sir. Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
I'm kindly requesting to get
Are you next? Yeah?
Yes.
The benefits you get.
Remember, keep yourself
But
yeah. Because this way.
Okay. Have they got the slides? I would like to confirm. Yeah?
Careful with the cable, yeah? Careful with that wire.
You see that stone right next to the cable? Behind the cable, that's where you're going to stand.
Yeah. But how can I give them this? Oh, they can. Do they have access to the slides?
How are you going to show them this?
Yeah, I think maybe for them they can have this for follow-up. Hence, our fruit suppliers and farmers face a lot of challenges, like low profits resulting from the quality of fruits, strict criteria from supermarkets resulting into high rejection rates. So our solution
is the backcoat. This is a thin layer of ingredient that is applied to the surface of the fruit to increase the shelf life, quality, and also physical appearance. Why are we opting for the backcoat? It is safe, made from organic ingredients. It is effective and protective. When we look at our target market, we are targeting the exporters, farmers, supermarkets, and fruit suppliers. For market validation, 45 tons of fruits are rejected by Ugandan supermarkets due to bad appearance and quality. And 27 trillion shillings worth of food ends up in the garbage in Uganda each year, according to the World Food Programme Report 2020. For our market size, when you look at the market size, 2.5 billion US dollar accounts for the global market share of the food preservative. 30 million US dollars account for the Ugandan market share of food preservative. And there is a 3 million US dollar backcoat market potential in Uganda. Currently, this is our prototype. It is in liquid form, but we are proposing powder form. We tested our product with banana, that is bogoya, and then strawberry and berry. The one coated with backcoat increased the shelf life to more 5 days, and the one coated, which wasn't coated, didn't last longer. When you look at our business model, we are majorly targeting B2C for smaller customers and B2B model for bigger customers. With our capital structure, we are looking at equity model. Then when we get to our competitors, currently we have two competitors, Appeal Sciences based in the US and Polynatio based in South America. However, we do stand at a very competitive advantage in that our product is easier to use. Just spray it on the fruit, highly specialized, and then it offers extra benefit. This is our team, Iwaiswa Ronald, Kauda, and then Proscovia. Then why us? Our project, despite being nascent, it has won several awards like the World Health Summit 2021. This project was nominated by Arizona University for the 2022 Innovation Awards. Then lastly, there is a calling. Then when it comes to the funding, why we are applying, currently we are seeking support in the following sectors: business model, that is the go-to-market strategy, then financial support, adopting good accounting principles, and then public relationships. However, with this 5 million, we are targeting expanding our team. Our team, we would like to bring more people onto the team because we can't work alone. We want to have many people of various fields to join our team. And then the other thing we are thinking of is creating a platform. You know, when you are designing something, you don't design it for your own purpose. You might design it, then upon reaching market, you don't get customers. So what we are emphasizing, we are engaging these farmers and fruit suppliers onto our board during the design process. That's why we are taking long to go into market, because these are the people guiding our design process.
Time is up.
Thank you so much.
Just going to ask some questions now. So it's a food preservative to help preserve, to stop food from wasting.
Yes.
So I get my matoke after and I just spray it.
Yeah, you spray. We are using backcoat. Ingredients include vitamins.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much money have you raised so far?
So far?
Yeah.
We have raised 20 million in form of a grant. Yeah, and this 20 million is helping us to bring more people onto board. We are still in the design process. We want to get feedback from the users themselves to aid our design.
How much sales have you achieved?
Sales?
Yeah.
Currently, we haven't made sales.
Okay, so you spent the money in developing the product.
Yeah, we are working.
How much money do you need to get through the year?
For the year?
How much money do you need to get through the year? For the end of the year, for this 2022, how much money do you need to get you through 2022?
It is $80,000.
$80,000.
Yeah.
Thank
to
you.
scale.
Okay. No, that's just to get you through the year. Your bills, your costs, your run rate.
It is 100.
Operational
120 million. Just as when you check our budget, 120 million for the first phase.
How many of you are there?
On the team,
yeah,
co-founders, we are 3, but we have got other members. So far, we are 10 members.
Anyone?
I'm just interested in your business model. So are you looking at doing this primarily for supermarkets? What's happening after that? Are you looking at exporting? What's the long-term goal here?
Our long-term is exporting it, because when you look at the market share, the global market share, there is already market. And when you look at our competitors currently in Africa, we don't have any competitor. Our competitors are basically Appeal Sciences based in the US and Pollination, implying there's already market.
And what's stopping you from doing that now? So you've developed this backward. I can see you have examples of use with backward, without it. You've done a lot of research. What's stopping you from doing this on small scale if you've already got, your 20 grand
Actually, what we are looking at, we have a target of reaching 200 fruit suppliers and farmers to first get them on board before we can scale out market. We want to engage them into our design process. Currently, because of our financial constraints, we have got few people on board. So we are looking at getting these people first on board. We get their ideas, what do they really need before we can go to market. Other than rushing into market, we reach there, things fail. So we would like to first bring them on to board before we can proceed.
Thank you for your presentation.
Yes.
Well, the first is a comment. The comment is basically that I think you're onto something good and that keep it up. But my question is, do you have any kind of intellectual property, any patents outstanding, any pursuit to try to have any patents at all for your technology?
Yes, we do. Patent.
You've got something?
Yes.
Okay. What would you like to use the 5 million for if you got it today?
5 million?
Yeah.
We have got 2 aspects. First of all, building our team, bringing more people onto our board. Then another is we need a public platform. With this platform, we shall engage the users first.
Okay.
Yeah, to bring the users onto board.
Why haven't you done that already? Instagram is free. I just did a quick search on you. Maybe I'm not great on Instagram. I've just tried to search you up. I can't find anything. What's stopping the public engagement as you are?
Currently, we have done some engagements, but of course we need more engagements.
Okay.
Are you on Facebook?
Not
Are you on any social media?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn only?
Yeah.
What, just out of interest, why no social media? There were how many? Hey Google. Hey Google. How many people are on Facebook? There's about 1 billion people on Facebook.
I pick your idea. I think we shall engage on also Facebook.
Okay.
I was just gonna, you see, under your fixed cost here, that's 211 million.
Yeah, 200.
Is it currently, or that's your projected fixed cost?
Projected.
So what's your current fixed cost at the moment?
Currently, it is 40 million.
40 million what? So how much did you spend in the last year on cost?
Last year, we spent around 15 million.
15 million?
Yeah.
So where does this projection come from?
Projection? We did our evaluation. For business evaluation, we took a 25% capitalization rate.
And so how much is it going to cost you to run the same thing that you did last year, this year?
Currently, it will cost us something like 40 million.
40 million?
On addition.
And what have you put in place to get to the 40 million?
We are seeking
So now you already, let's say now you already have the 5 million, so you're looking for 35
then
million.
also we are looking for partnerships with other organizations and other entities.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. One more feedback. Go on.
Speak through this, yeah? As far as you said all your ingredients are locally made, yeah?
They are locally made.
As far as giving back to the community, any plan for that, or?
Giving back to the community?
Yeah. Social impact, basically.
Social impact?
Yeah.
We are looking at engaging in community activities like food donation to institutions, community empowerment programs, and other avenues.
Okay. It's fine. Next person.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, just leave the mic here and send the next person through. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I've pressed it. Yeah, oh, okay.
Copy. Yes, that's the other part.
So remember, if you body like this, and just turn your head towards like.
Okay. So face facing downward. All right.
How are you? Where's the mic? Pick up the mic here. It's here.
Well,
Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate your time.
thank you.
We're going to give you 5 minutes to talk about, to introduce yourself and your concept and how you're going to spend the money. And then there'll be some Q&A. Off you go. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Did you
Good
present your
evening.
presentation?
He did, but it's just not loading.
Okay. Good evening, gentlemen and ladies.
You have to speak up a bit because it's just feeding into there, but we can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, the ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bukenya Lukman. I am a student at Mackay University. I'm a master's student doing a master's in software engineering and datacom. I work with Ernst & Young as a data scientist, and here is my idea. So, we all know that e-commerce is dominated by big giants, and in that way, it is completely centralized. Like, the users do not have much of the control. It's the company that has the stock, the products, and sells it to the final consumer. And even those that have tried to introduce some sort of decentralization, they are not fully decentralized. Like, you kind of submit your product and they decide on how to sell it. Now, this is the idea. What if e-commerce is totally decentralized? What if we have a totally decentralized platform where there's no control? You can join the platform as either a vendor or as a shop, and you have your own products or services, and in that shop you have the capability of having your customers follow you and like your products. And in a sense that if users want to engage in a transaction, they want to buy and you want to sell to them, still the process is fully autonomous. There are no middlemen, and in a way that when you start initiating the transaction, you are transiting the product to the buyer, and the buyer makes payments, but that payment is withheld by the platform until the buyer receives the product. But by initiating the process, you enter into a contract which will be smart. And in that sense, this contract, when the buyer receives the product, he has to verify that it is what he or she ordered for. And that means the product meets the contract. If happy, you go into what I call a consensus handshake, and you receive your payment and the buyer receives the product. If he or she is not happy, you have to transfer back the product, and you, because you did not meet the contract, you'll pay for the transportation costs back, you, the supplier, or whoever breaks the contract. And I also serve the capability where, which I call Graph, a platform where the sellers can auction products on the platform and services. And this is all fully autonomy. There's no middle person controlling them. I just create my graph where buyers join, I auction whatever I want to auction, and the best bidder takes it. And that way, you give power to the users and to the vendors and the shops. The next item, so that's basically what would be the platform. Fully autonomous, fully decentralized, there's no middleman, but there is control, and it is self-controlling, whereby you can't sell a product that is fake or doesn't meet the standards that you are specifying in the description. So that way, everyone is happy and there's no control. And maybe lastly, what I would want to answer, because the platform is totally free, no payments, someone would ask, how would you make money? One, once you have accumulated a critical number of users, I've not mentioned that the platform will be AI powered, because you need to understand data and serve the relevant products, and whoever is having products.
What's the critical number of users?
Sorry?
What's the critical number of users?
At least if you hit like 1,000 users, that's good data too.
How many users do you have now?
No, it's the product is in a development, it's not in production.
So is this like Amazon? What is it? Is it eBay? What is it? I can't say it's like Amazon. What's the difference between your product and eBay?
My product is that the buyers and the sellers have total control, and they are not coming to the platform in order to join, but they just join the platform, or to management of the platform, but they just join the platform, so there's no middleman there. And
so when you say no middleman,
yes,
there's still somebody, you're the middleman, you host the website.
Yes, I service the platform.
Who provides the payments? How do you take money?
Sorry?
How do you do transactions? You have a payment provider to do transactions, right?
Yes.
So how is there no middleman? I don't understand where.
Yes. Now, this is, if you've heard about decentralized applications and blockchain, and it's form of a network where you have various devices. But I don't want to fully develop a decentralized network, because you will need computational power. We are users' devices will not have that computational resources to kind of do the sort of mining and verifying transactions. So it would be hard. So my intention is the payments, the platform at the end of the day should have its own payment gateway, in a sense that because you cannot integrate with third-party payments, the charges of exchanging money from this
So
account.
you're going to become the acquiring bank.
Sorry?
You will become the acquiring bank.
Literally, I would say. So the intention is also to develop even its own payment gateway, such that when people are exchanging payments, you don't charge them unless when they are making the final
So
withdrawal.
how much money do you need to become the acquiring bank?
The inquiry?
To become a payment gateway provider, you need a lot of money.
Yes.
And you need a relationship with a central bank or with a commercial bank.
That's true, yes.
And so that's a lot of money.
Yes, that's true.
But it sounds like you want to just, why don't you just set up a WordPress website and then just start specialize in a niche and then go for that niche and then connect the buyer and the seller in one niche rather than being very broad and talking about payment gateways and talking about...
The payment gateway is definitely at the start it won't work because of the new law and everything. There are constraints there. But it should be the end goal because it gives the total autonomy that is the intention of the platform. You don't want to engage in third-party payment systems. You want the transactions to happen seamlessly on the platform and there's no control, but there's no cheating.
Okay.
Yes.
Any questions, anyone?
So, it is a big project that you're talking about.
Yes.
What do you plan to use the 5 million for to start with?
The 5 million, the intention is to hire out cloud servers for the start. Because at least for some good period as I'm developing, because I need to do a lot of testing and I'm thinking 5 million can take me at least for maybe 2 years or 1.5 years for paying for the servers. So.
And how much work would you have done in those 2 years?
Sorry?
How much work would you have done in those 2 years?
Good. In a year, I think I would have at least a stable version of the platform that is operational.
So
Yes.
these 5 million can take you to actually having your first clients onto the platform.
Definitely. That's the intention.
Have you heard of AWS students or Azure students?
I use AWS.
So how come you haven't developed a prototype?
Sorry?
How come you haven't developed a prototype?
I actually thought we would be presenting, but I have the platform on my computer, so I thought we were going to get a chance.
So you have a prototype on AWS?
No, that's why I'm saying the servers kinda.
Yeah, but
I don't want to deploy because I'll be paying for the services. So
but they do a free version for students.
Free version?
For students, yeah.
Yes, the free tier, it is there.
Yeah.
But there are services I would consume that would probably cost for some money. Right now, AWS is owing me some money for my machine learning work. So I don't want to. Sorry?
What's the prototype you said you have? You said you have something on your computer.
Yes, it's still under development.
But what exactly is it if it's not?
The platform, like the
Can you show us?
website.
Can you show us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Can you go and send to the next person and boot your laptop up? When you're ready, come and show us.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
How many more to go? It's a long way off. Yeah. And usually, people who are going to do something in that space, they had a prototype already done. And AWS and Azure, they all give you a free tier. And if you can't develop anything in the free tier, when you get the money to, you're unlikely to do anything. Yeah, it's going to take time. Pardon? How are you for time?
Black when the fall coming down.
Okay. What time is curfew start? 7. You start at 9? Oh. Okay. So we're going to have to bring it down even more. So bring the microphone. You got 5 minutes. Introduce yourself and start.
Take your mask off.
Thanks. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Manana Innocent Farid. I'm a co-founder of Runman Fitness Foundation.
Do you have a presentation?
Yes.
Where is it? We didn't see it. Which number did you send it to?
I sent it on the WhatsApp number.
Which number? What's your phone number?
It's 0782 018839.
Let me just double check it. Let me check with Alright, well, let's start. You can start for the meantime. But if there's a presentation.
018839.
What's the name of the business?
Runman Fitness Foundation.
Runman.
You can just go on. Have to wait for the.
Just go ahead.
Our mission is to enhance fitness activities, build healthy and wellness communities locally and internationally. Our services include general fitness classes. We also enhance existing fabrics to make them more appealing, and also encourage people to do and encourage people to take on a healthy lifestyle. We also develop fitness equipment like the gym equipment, both commercial and local.
So what was your phone number?
0782 01.
Which one did you send? Who did you send the presentation to?
Sorry, let me check here. I sent the one that it's 744. Ends with 744.
It's shown on your phone? Who you sent it to? What's that? Your phone number is
0782 01 8839.
Okay. Just want to continue. What's your number?
0782 01 88 201.
This one here.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Right, sorry, continue.
Like I earlier mentioned, our mission is set to enhance healthy and wellness services, products, with the aim of creating healthy communities locally and international. We offer general fitness classes. We enhance fabrics like stretchers, generally fitness wears. We also develop fitness equipment for both commercial and domestic.
So how much have you sold this year? Last year, did you make any sales?
Yes.
What did you make?
Close to
WhatsApp. WhatsApp, use WhatsApp.
7M.
I can't talk. Send me a message. I can't talk.
Classes. Right now, basically, we are doing classes, yes. We do fitness for charity.
Where do you do this fitness from?
We do outdoor in Namilyango. We also partner with fitness. We partner with hotels and people who have facilities.
And how will you spend the money?
Since that our clientele is growing, I would love to own my own mobile mini sound, and I'm also looking into targeting the social market, that is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So I'll need to buy a laptop, I need to buy internet, and also invest into graphics and advertisement.
Really appreciate it. Time's up. Thank you so much for your time. Will you send through the next person?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we still have our microphone? The small one?
Yeah, yes, we do.
Yeah, please don't forget it. If
Sorry,
you do,
sir, I forgot.
they won't hear what you're asking.
Like this. The next, did you have to send through the next person? Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening. So remember, you press this way, just turn your head towards them. Good luck. I'll show you where you stand.
Okay.
The next person?
Me.
This presentation either.
You have a presentation?
No, I'm
Did you
just
submit the
going.
presentation?
No, I'm just
Can't
going to.
present.
You can't present
Present.
without a
Sorry.
presentation.
So sorry, those are the rules. Can we have the next person?
Oh,
yeah, so
so you
sorry.
have a presentation?
She doesn't have a presentation.
Just send it to it of head.
Pardon?
I was thinking of doing it of head.
No. We have to have a presentation. I'm sorry. Yeah. Next. Next person. Who's next?
Number 6.
The V coffee. Coffee guys.
The V coffee?
You have a presentation? You submit a presentation?
Yes,
please. Which phone number?
0784509809.
809. Is that you?
Yeah, I got the V coffee.
Okay, cool. Which pharmacy guy didn't have a presentation?
You just asked if that's the one that I found.
Okay, no.
Not the one.
Okay, no. Everyone who doesn't have a presentation doesn't present. So, thank you. Where's he gone? What's happened to him? Okay.
My sister's from here.
No, they're still here. We need to organize their transport. Thank you for coming. You have 5 minutes, and we're starting now. Thank you. Go on, we're waiting for you.
Good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
My name is Nicholas Edgar Shwanka.
You have to speak up because we can't hear you. It's just going straight into the video. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Nicholas Edgar Chwanka, the co-founder of Lavi Coffee. Lavi Coffee is a startup that is just young 3 months ago. The problem we are solving, we realized that Uganda produces over 40,000 tons of coffee every season, but only 7% is consumed here. We realized that most Ugandans don't take coffee because they are unaware of the health benefits of coffee. They don't know the properties and the reason why coffee is much exported. We also realize that a few who try get frustrated because of the bitterness, because of the nausea, the vomiting, and other side effects. The reason is one, they start with commercial coffee, massively sourced or randomly sourced. So it's very hard to balance the pH of such coffee, and it's very hard for a starter to really cope up with such coffee. So we came up with an idea of blending single origin coffee. We only mix a blend of different types of coffee coming from one source. For example, I only blend Arabica with Robusta coming from a single farm. If I source my Arabica from Chigezi, I make sure that I source my Robusta from Mitiana.
Oh, okay.
No, Mitiana. And I only blend that single blend. I don't mix
What's
it
the
with...
advantage of doing that?
I beg your pardon?
What's the advantage of doing that?
The advantage of doing that, I can monitor the pH. I can trace the coffee right from the garden. And in case of any defect, I can easily understand whether it's a chemical, whether it's in the roasting. I can trace where the defect came from. Because we are trying to motivate Ugandans to start taking coffee.
Okay. Do you have any clients right now? How much your sales like last year?
Like I said, we are just 3 months old.
Okay.
We are on the journey of customer discovery.
Yeah.
My prototype is there, and so far the feedback is positive.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And how much money have you raised money before?
I wouldn't call it revenue.
No, have you raised any money?
Yes, please.
Okay. How much have you raised?
500,000.
Okay. Dollars or shillings?
Ugandan shillings.
Ugandan shillings.
Yes, please.
And who was that from?
I beg your pardon?
Who was the 500,000 from?
I beg your pardon?
Who was the 500,000 from?
The 500,000 from. We're just selling to map the customer discovery. I wouldn't say right now that our customer is so and so, but we are looking at expatriates and middle class income earners.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Fantastic. Can we have a look at the product?
So how do you intend on using the 5 million if you are to win it?
We have a small budget. Currently we've been incubated at Churad, so we need to really graduate to our own startup place. So the simple budget is here, and we need to rent a space. We need provision of furniture. We need rebranding and packaging. We need a cupping and sampling toolkit, because we need to sample every batch of coffee that we bring in. We also need a startup stock and a miscellaneous. So this breaking down, it's 1.5, 700,000, 800,000, 800,000, 1 million, and miscellaneous 200,000.
So can I get this in the supermarket right now if I went to the supermarket?
It's not yet on the shelves.
Just out of interest, have you thought of selling this to East Africa, Kenya, places like that?
Not yet.
Which incubator are you in?
Churad.
How do you spell that?
Churad, that's under Makerere University.
How do you spell it?
Churad, it's C-U-R-A-D.
C-U-R-A-D.
It's Makerere University, Kabanyoro, the agricultural.
I think it's a very good product. I think we could do more with it. Are there any chemicals in it, or is it natural coffee?
It's very natural. No chemicals. We trace it from ethically practicing farmers.
Who helped you with the packaging?
I did it myself.
Can we have this?
It is well.
How much does it cost?
5,000 Ugandan shillings.
Can I have a pack?
Thank you. I'm going to deliver.
Pardon? Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for the
Please send to
opportunity.
the next person. Thank you.
I'll take one as well. Small
They are over. They are over. I didn't carry many.
You didn't carry many?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give it to him.
Okay. Thank you.
Next child.
Okay. Yes. Okay, who's going to primarily speak?
Who? Come and start. Come and present. Afterwards.
Yes. Do you have the presentation? Yes. Who did you send it
By 20.
Is your business model to sell?
Yes. So this is the shea butter that we produce. This tin goes for 25,000 shillings, and 2,500 shillings from each tin goes to planting more trees.
How much is one pot?
One tin.
Yeah.
One tin is 25,000 shillings.
How much does it cost to make?
So I won't lie that I've actually calculated that, but all I know is to start the business, just to produce the butter, have the tins and do the branding, I need 50,000 shillings. Because
Okay.
that's what I started with, 50,000 Ugandan shillings.
Are you part of an incubator?
Yes.
Which incubator?
Which incubator?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been to an incubator.
Okay. Have you raised any outside funding already?
I haven't raised any outside funding, but I got interviewed by, it's called Emos Trust, and they were able to give me about $200 as an appreciation. That's the only funding I have got.
Who's the Emos Trust?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
Emos Trust is AMOS and then Trust, TRUST.
Okay. And how much was sales last year?
So by last year, I managed to make sales of about 2.5 million shillings. That was because I was at Law Development Center, which was a little taxing for me, so I wasn't able to do a lot of sales. But at least in total, what I know,
What's your day job?
Yes?
What's your day job?
What's my day job? I have been a student.
Okay.
I am a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I have been at the Law Development Center. I just finished exams in December 22nd.
Okay, fantastic. Any other questions?
No, not for me.
Questions?
Is it already 5 minutes is done?
Yeah.
What do you intend on using the 5 million on?
Okay, so what I would hope to use the 5 million for, I want to build a community-based module for my Shea butter venture. And so a locally made processing plant for processing the Shea butter goes for about 2.5 million. So I hope to buy that locally made processing plant for about 2.5 million. Then after that, the remaining balance of money, I will employ about 2 to 3 women to help process so that we can start locally processing our butter, because now we partner with other processing plants, which sometimes compromises quality since I cannot monitor the quality. So if I have the 5 million, if I'm able to pay the rural women about 100,000 every month, that will, if I have 2 women, that will be about 1.2 million. So the remaining 3 million at least can help me pay them for about 1 year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Since you say you're already partnering with somebody to produce, what is difficult about you supervising the quality and ensuring that quality standards are adhered to? Because the issue of quality doesn't go away whether you produce for yourself or if you partner with others. So I think probably it would be more efficient to develop that particular relationship, understand where the bottlenecks actually are. I'm just trying to understand why can't you improve that relationship. Yeah.
So I think it's a learning experience for me also. It's something that I hadn't thought about, because sometimes I would process butter and as I'm melting it, I find some kind of particles in it, so I need to take it back. So maybe it is a conversation I have to have deeper with the person that helps me process, and it's a learning experience. I'll take that in a positive.
Okay. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can you go and get the next? Get the next
butter in the book.
Yeah, there you go. How much? Please get in touch with me and sell me one.
Okay. Can I have the book? All right. You're Chris?
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Okay.
You have my phone number, everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, just next person. Who's next?
Welcome. How was it?
Next.
Good.
One to go. Another next.
Okay. Did you make it? Did you submit the presentation?
Sanitary pads, contraceptive pills. Why you protect? These are products that most people feel inconvenienced buying physically from a physical pharmacy, whereby they end up going unprotected, hence acquiring HIV, unexpected pregnancies, and the community has focused on environmental degradation, COVID-19, and forgotten about the HIV case, which is rising at a high rate. I'm majorly targeting university students and the neighboring communities, but hence I mean to serve the whole nation. We shall grow
institution per institution using our system. This is a system that is scalable. It can go anywhere in the world.
So your platform sells condoms?
Protective gears, healthcare products, sanitary pads, condoms, contraceptive pills, HIV test strips. These are things that people feel insecure buying physically from a physical pharmacy.
Yeah.
And they end up falling culprits in such cases.
What do people do today if they want to buy these things?
If they want to buy things, considering the evolvement of the world, the world has changed to a digital way, whereby someone could visit our website or our mobile app, order for these products and get them delivered to their doorsteps. Yeah, in time, to avoid falling a culprit of acquiring HIV or unexpected pregnancies, which of many have developed stigma, which of many, yeah, and also we intend to do community outreach to do more sensitization about.
How much sales did you make last year?
It's an idea.
Huh?
It's an idea.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
How much money do you need to get through the year?
Money to get through the year?
Yeah, how much?
That is $30,000.
And what's that money going to be spent on?
Sorry?
What's that money going to be spent on? Sorry, thank you.
Inventory. It's going to be spent on inventory, business licenses and permits, delivery bikes, office space, and so.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any other questions?
Yeah, I think you've given yourself a very limited range. I think the need is genuine, in the sense that I have had that feedback of the stigma surrounding the acquisition of those products. However, I'm just concerned, in terms of scalability of beyond just these products, like how many people can you reach? How many products can they make a year? Can they buy a year? How much money will you make? It's just the scalability, and I feel it's a bit limited. That's my major concern.
In a year, I would reach out to over 10 million people, yes, in a year. And my market share, considering this is where I want to use institutions, location, and areas, neighboring areas, to not to overraise the costs, to keep it low, reach out to the community, to serve the people. Because if it's for example around Makerere University, I'll say Makerere University has a population of over 40,000 residents who stay around the university in and out. So if I'm serve these 40,000 residents, I would say my market share would be maybe 200 plus products per month, whereby I expect it by the end of the year to be more than that.
Can I ask what's stopping you from doing that now? So what exactly is your main blocker in doing it now? You see many people who begin it in small scale, could even talk as small as hawker level, or a vendor, or a shopkeeper, all the way up until what you're trying to do. So what's your main blocker?
So, and anything related with healthcare, considering our constitution, you need licenses to run one, whereby I have not got those funds to run the business.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think that's it for now. Does anybody else have any questions? No? All right. Thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.
coughed all the time. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Louder, because now you've got music in the background.
Okay, thank you all for this opportunity. I know I've been a bit.
Just present.
But okay, my business plan, as I said, that my main business plan is to invest in agriculture. But since it's very costly, I found a cheaper way to get to the main plan. And so my cheaper way was to start up a gaming station. And if I'm to do for you the math, if you had to give me 5 million, I can be able to purchase 4 consoles and 4 screens. And if those consoles are working for me every day at a price of 3,000 an hour, and most people charge 5,000 an hour, but still at 3,000 an hour for 4 hours every day, I'll be able to raise 330,000. That means that in a month, I can be able to raise 1.4, of which its costs of operation are very low, because all you have to care about is rent and power. The rest, labor, I'm available. So we will see that in a period of 1 year, the capital you invest in me would have already come back. And from that capital, I can now go into save and be able to purchase the main goal, of which the main goal is agriculture. But now because I saw this like 30 minutes before it all started, that's why I was very late. So before, my actual plan was tourism. I've been organizing a campusar at MOOPS. I organize travels for campusars with other 2 friends of mine. We take them to Jinja to have fun. So, but since we are 3,
How much profit do you make in each trip?
you make like, on a good trip, since kids are not that many, you can make 150. Yeah, so the more trips you organize, the more the money.
You organize their travel, hotel, everything, or
No, like let me explain how the whole package is. So taking students to Jinja, we take them for a weekend of 3 days. So we charge them 150 an individual, or 2 people at 250, a difference of 50,000. So they are more encouraged to pay the 250. So from that, when we take them, we cater for their camping ground, use tents, because hotels are very expensive. So use tents, we buy the food from here, then the vans, we rent 200 to 250, depending on the size, per day. So for a weekend, you pay 400. Then you have to buy the fuel, of which most cases you use the vans. Luckily, they're diesel. So we use 100 to 150 for fuel for the weekend. So at the end, we can be with a profit of around 400, 450, 500. But since we are 3, we have to divide it again as the 3 of us.
How much are you saving, and how long will it take you to save up to your dream of agriculture?
If you are to invest in, and I started gaming, and I'm making a minimum of 1.4 a month, of which I already have where I had planned to place the game. It's not in Kampala because the competition here is high. It's back in my home district. So in Zombo. So there the cost of rent is very low. So the main thing is power. So from there I can be able to save like a minimum of 600 or more a month.
How does this help the community? What does this do for other people other than your dream of agriculture?
My main dream of agriculture is what's going to help my people. Because currently I'm studying on coffee money from Zomba district. We mainly produce coffee. But the money we don't make a lot of money because us there, all we do is grow and sell it to these more richer people who buy it cheaply and then process it, and then they sell it off at a bigger profit. So us, we have to sell a lot to make that money. But now if I'm the one taking in the investments after saving from my gaming, and I start processing, producing something better of more value to sell, that means I'm helping my people to make more money than the pennies you are making right now.
Your bigger dream of agriculture does hit one of the criteria today.
Yes.
How much do you need for your agriculture?
For my agriculture, it will take me, let me say, if I'm to buy like now coffee mixers and what, those things are like, the ones for the restaurants are 150 to 600, depending, even to $1 million, depending on the quality and your capital. But now, me as a starter, if I can purchase all that.
How much do you need to start your agriculture?
My agriculture, it's quite a lot of money because a number, at least, if I'm to say, because me personally, every day I try to think of my future. I'll need something like 50 plus, because 50 plus millions, because I need to invest in the growing. I can't just be buying from people. I also need to invest in myself to have my own reliable supply of coffee.
Thank you so much. Please go and have some food, and then we're going to come and announce the rest. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you. We'll grab some food. We'll
Thank
come.
you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Well done for getting there.
And one more thing, I've attached my flyer for the travel. This time I'm trying Western Uganda.
Okay.
In case any of you is interested in
Fantastic.
travel.
Thank you. Good sales pitch. So now the criteria is
internally aligned with.
You need to understand data and serve the relevant products and whereby to run the business.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kids are not that many. You can make.
Two people. Sport rights and was it
Global Herbal Markets. For the simple reason that they have a product, creates social impact, easily creates jobs, and it has an export factor, something that we can sell abroad. Now, was it Global Herbs, yeah? Global Herbs was very good. The only reason Global Herbs doesn't really walk away the money, we can't really see the prototype yet, but you guys came in with a prototype that actually works, and we love the social impact factor, so you will split the winnings.
Yay!
We got two winners.
We've got two winners.
We have two winners.
Two winners. The only reason why you didn't win, also you didn't have a prototype, but we've got to do a bit of due diligence with you to figure out your prototype. But basically, you're going to split the money today. You as well. For feedback, just before you go, if you want feedback, we'll give you quickly one-on-one feedback of what we thought of why we didn't select you or what you think you need to work on. But please still keep in touch. We're happy to pick up the phone, talk to you. When we're in town, we can meet up and we can give you a bit more detailed. For your product, because you are doing fantastic social impacting work with the women up in Gulu, I can't remember where it was. Yeah, we'd just like to give you a donation of £200 to further your work. We think what you're doing is really good there, and that's it. So thank you so much for coming. I hope you've managed to get something to eat.